Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we're looking at two bottlings from the Teeling Distillery. The Teeling Distillery is a relatively new distillery. It just opened 2 years ago. And when I say opened, I mean reopened. It was established in, what does it say here, 1782, which is a long time ago. But it was closed. The family of the Teelings just reopened it 2 years ago and kept on the tradition. Before that, the distillery have had casks before and matured these casks, and that's what we enjoy right now. Because after 2 years, you can't call your new make whiskey yet, so they have their old casks, and that's what we're enjoying right now. This is not from the Teeling Distillery, distillate from the Teeling Distillery yet, but we're looking forward to it maybe next year or the years after. Today we're looking at the bottling of Brabazon, which was a famous lord in Ireland. And I got this bottle from the distillery. They sent me a nice letter. Herr Lüning, we are delighted to enclose and warm regards, Jack Teeling and Stefan Teeling. So directly from the Teeling family. Thank you very much for sending me this bottle, and I will give my regards and my opinion about this bottling. But before we go into the bottling and have a try, let me tell you about what the thought behind this bottle is. The Brabazon bottling is named after William Brabazon, and he was an Irish lord, and he was in charge of the Liberties area of Dublin, and that's where the distillery is located. And he was the third Earl of Meath. His family kept on the tradition, and they were all lords of Meath. And just to give you a perspective, this lord rose up and gave this area a really big boost, and he managed to get this area up to a really industrialized area and really flourishing, and made Dublin the pounding heart of Ireland. And that was all in 1635, and he lived until 1685. And Walter Teeling established his distillery in 1782. So the times back then were a bit more stable, and this area ran quite a long time, because after 100 years after he rose that area to just a really big industrial area, Walter Teeling opened his distillery 100 years later then. So enough about the backstory. It's a limited edition of and a series number one of a series of hopefully a few more whiskeys to come. And it is limited to, it says, 12,500 bottles. And what is interesting, it's pretty much exclusive sherry cask maturation. And they actually gave you a liquid profile. And the liquid profile says you have sherry butts from 2005, 30%, sherry butts from 2007, 30%, sherry butts from 2008, 30%, so that's 90% sherry butts. Then we have PX finished whiskey, so there is just a finish in there, so there are a few other casks than sherry. From 2002, then Oloroso finished whiskey casks from 2002. These are both 2.5%, and then we have sherry hogshead from 2001, 5%. So they do the little pyramid. You have the finished, you have the hogshead, and you have the butts, which give you the majority. So it should be a really big bunch of sweetness, sherry sweetness, and fruitiness, but maybe there's some spiciness in there, because we don't know which wood it was made from, the casks. It's not chill filtered. It has 49.5% ABV. That's 99 proof for all you Americans out there. And yeah, so let's have a try. This is properly sealed. So where does the little ring start? There you go. A very small, very small cork stop. But it's a nice bottle with a pressed Teeling whiskey into the glass. Wow. You have a lot of fruits in there, and there are candied fruit, dried fruit, candied dried fruits. It's plums, pears. Yeah, candied pears. That's the very much the remembrance of it. With a deep, soft sweetness. But it also smells a little damp, like a wine cellar, where you can smell the dampness and the grapes, and the very deep flavors of grapes, and combined with a soft sweetness of fruits. Whoa. When you have it in your mouth, it's a little fresher than you expect from the nose. You do have a lot of fruitiness in there. A lot of it's pears, apples, but they are much fresher. But you do have a lot of sweetness in there. Some very little caramel with now when it goes a bit more to the end, to the finish, you come on with a little more spiciness, and you realize, this European oak cask comes through. There is European oak cask in there, I would estimate. And you have a dry feeling in your mouth. But it's a very round experience. It's very, very, very pleasant on your tongue. But a bit demanding at the beginning with a 49% ABV. So for all of you a bit more beginners in there, maybe you need a bit of water in there. It's pleasantly well matured. You do have a bit of a fresh note, like apples in there, but there's no part of immaturity in there. It's all very mature, rough, soft, round, sweetness, fruitiness, well balanced whiskey. And then goes over to a bit more deeper, stronger finish with a bit of a bitterness and spiciness from the cask. If you look at the numbers, the oldest one, the Sherry Hogshead, are 16 years old then, and the youngest, 2008 would be then 2008 would be 9 years, so it's 9 years to 16 years, so it's quite well matured. I like it. It's a good bottling. I like it. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share this video with your friends, and see you next time.